Hello. Hello, GTS family. I am the host, Esther Paul.
And I'm your host, Hati B.
All right. And today we are going to have a special guest today, and her name is Miss Agar. She's a good friend of the show, and she's the CEO of Terra Oils, and she has many things that she has going on. So, she'll come on later on. Today, we will be talking about the importance of entrepreneurship in our community. Pati, what do you think about that?
Well, I think it's very important for us as minorities or the Black population in general, for us to have our own things, our own set of things. And I think one of the reasons why entrepreneurship in our own community is very important is because of that reason, for us to,
Right.
have our own and just have something that we can call our own, because oftentimes we're copied, and a lot of the things that we want to be able to have, we can't have because, we have other people that claim it as their own. So I think it's very important for us to have our own, and that is the reason why we should have more entrepreneurship in the Black community.
I agree. I mean, to me, like, especially with my past working in hospitalization and working in corporate and doing home care, to many of these companies, we are just a body.
Yeah.
And realizing, like, I don't want to live like that. Like, my spirit was more than that, So knowing that, okay, you know what, I want to have, I want to be able to do something and create something different and create something that will create a legacy, especially when you have kids. You want to have something where, your kids could say, my mom left something for me, and that's so important, especially being a minority, leaving something that is special, and I don't know, I just always thought I would put my sweat and tears and working, and there's no recognition, like, really, I did all that, and they either, let me go, or, they either, just said, you know, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right, and it just made me wanted to have something that I can create and have my own and put all my energy in that, and it might pay off in the future, so I've been through that, what I'm saying, where I just gave my all and did so much and no recognition, and it just made me want to have that. And also when I have my employees, when I created some stuff where I was just like, I wanted to be mine, but also have employees I could appreciate them, because a lot of these companies don't do that, right? A lot of these companies
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. One of the things that I thought was key that you said was the idea of us just being bodies. So we're bodies to corporations, we're bodies to these hospitals, nursing homes. And one of the things that popped up in my head when you said that is how Black women are, and Black women who are having kids are more likely to, have something happen to them in hospitals, which is crazy because, like, shouldn't we all be treated the same?
Exactly.
Exactly. So things like that happen all the time, where us as Black women, us as Black people, when we get some type of service, the service is not the same when it comes to other people. We
You
don't.
know what? You're right. Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, so that
I
really stood
agree.
out to me that you said that, because it was like that's one of the things that's like we have a higher prevalence of dying after giving birth, you know?
Right. I listen.
Yeah. So it's just crazy that that happens, and it just really
Right.
stuck out. It stuck out to me when you said that
Yes.
automatically. This is
Yes.
why we need more Black doctors. This is why we need more Black
Facts.
nurses.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
So.
don't get the best. So in order to create, in order to you want that, okay, you want that in the community, make something, do something so you can give best quality, best service. So, it don't have to be in the white community. It could be
Yeah.
in our community too. Like giving
Mhm.
the best service you can give, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean it just made me I mean I had times where, I'm not saying all Asian stores, beauty supplies, um where I would go and they would be following me, watching me and stuff like that. Okay, it's cool. You know what? If I'm into hair, I'm into makeup, you know what? Let me just go open my own
Yeah.
so I could be able to not treat people like that, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just like with the cops. Okay, so let's have more people in communities that needs, to be in that area. You know what I'm saying? With cops. Okay, this is a predominant black area. Okay, they should be more black. Um, because they'll
Cop.
be able to understand how to approach people and black people, in that area. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just gotta be in the community to able
Mhm.
to provide best service, to do more, to make
Mhm.
things better,
Mhm.
and then we're also putting seeds in our community
Mhm.
when that happens, you know?
Mhm. And also I when I went to school, I went to pursue speech language hearing sciences,
Right.
so speech pathology, and a greater percentage of speech pathologists are white, female white people. So um, one of the reasons why I really went into the field, I didn't fear. I was like, oh well, I'm gonna be the only Black person in my class, or because oftentimes that's what it was. I was the only Black person.
Right.
My teachers were mostly white, and a lot of the people that I got to shadow in the field were
Wow.
also white. So I just wanted to show people that there are people that black women, Black men can also pursue um,
Exactly.
certain things. Like if you see an area in any type of field, you can still go for it, even though if it's predominantly white, if it's predominantly
Exactly.
women. It doesn't mean that you can't go into that field. Because one of the times that I was actually at a graduation event before I graduated, there was a group of people that did receive services from students at Temple,
Right.
that were like SLP students. And one of the women came up to me, was like, and she was Black, she was a older woman, and she came up to me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't think there were Black SLPs or Black SLP students." Like she was really,
Wow.
really, really shocked, and it
Wow.
almost brought me to tears, because it was just like this
Wow.
was kind of confirmation that this is the field that I should be in, because
Mm-hmm.
she
Wow.
got so excited. She was like, you would understand me. You like She felt
Right.
like I would understand her more, that would get her more. Like people
Right.
in our community need these services. They need speech services. They need help with
Absolutely.
communicating and things like that. And the type of services that they may be getting could be good, but they could be more it could help them a lot more if it was somebody of their
Yeah, absolutely.
same shade, like, just already understand their language and things like that.
Right.
So I just think it's very important that us as people do not back down from or give up on pursuing a certain career or a
Yes.
certain field because we feel
Yeah.
like, oh well, it's not a lot of us in this field, so I don't want to go into this field. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you, And I know you are entrepreneur yourself, like tell the audience what you've done.
Yeah, so I actually own my own makeup services um company, I guess. And I do makeup for people for any occasion. It's called Serenity Beauty.
Right.
Um, and at first it was very hard to get into because it's like everybody's doing makeup. So you're like, how do I stand out? How do
Right.
I, you know, provide other services for people that everyone else around me is already providing? How do I make myself stand out? So
Mhm.
um, I just think that we should also do things just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean we also can't do it as well. So
Right.
I love it. I love what I do. Um, I'm very happy that it's something that I've been doing for years, and it's something that um, I honestly wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't know how to start. But
Right. Right.
yeah, it's still going strong. So um, it's a blessing, and being able to do something that you actually love doing. And we just need more of that. We just need more people doing things that they love doing and catering to their community.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that you're doing your own thing and you're walking your own way and your own path, you know?
Yeah.
And especially when you do makeup, girl, you do your thing. So you're
Thank
talented
you.
at many things. And that's a good thing. Like when you have different things you can do in the community and also
Hmm.
bring money in your life. You're able to do this and able to do that. You're always gonna have a job.
Hmm. Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's the good thing about being an entrepreneur. You know,
Mm,
you're able to do your own thing and whatever you want to do, and
absolutely.
how you want to run it. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's so true. That's the thing I like about that. You could
mhm.
do anything and not be in one box. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Yeah.
fixed in one box. You could do whatever you want to do, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
great thing about being an entrepreneur. Definitely. And what great advice can you give to an entrepreneur or somebody who wants to do something and uh, and don't know what to do? What's some advice you can give to that person?
Um, well, I've actually had a friend that's like, we've been talking all the time. She's like, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be able to do
Of it.
something creative. And she says it all the time. And we're still trying to figure it out. But um, I think the greatest thing is to, even though there's something out there that everybody's doing, you can still do it. Just make yourself stand out, make
Yeah,
yourself, more unique.
yeah,
Um, make it something, make it you, make it personal, make it something that you love doing and that you actually care about doing. Because that's the thing about entrepreneurship that a lot of people
right,
don't talk about, but it gets hard. So it has to be something that you love doing. Like it
right.
can't get hard. Like, there's
It
sometimes,
has to be. It has to
yeah,
be. You know?
sometimes there's people that hit me up like the day before, like, can you do my makeup? And I'm like, ooh, stressing me out a little bit, but it's cool. I can still do it. Or you get there and you have like a client that's very particular, or can you do this,
Right,
can you do that? So it has to be something that you really love and enjoy doing, something that you really care about, something that you really
Right.
see as a
Absolutely.
positive thing. Like, don't do it
Passion.
just because
You
you
have
want
to
to
have
make
passion. You have to have passion in it.
passion.
Yes, because guess what? There's gonna
Yeah,
be times where it's not you're not gonna have cheerleaders. There are gonna be times where you're gonna just be so discouraged, and you're gonna need that passion to fight for what you want to do in this world, you know? So it's if you don't have that passion and that love and that drive, you can't just wake up and say, I want to do this, and there's no passion, you know? It has to be something that is like it brings so much fire in you, you know? It brings so much fire. Like me, I love helping people. I want to, you know, I want to be in the nursing, you know, area where I'm like a nurse. But my passion is writing. My passion is visual. You know, like I love visual, and also, you know, like doing like commercials, doing like I want to do movies in the future. You know, those kind of things make me like rah, like passion comes out. You know, and my friend said to me, my best friend was like, Esther, you glow when you do those things, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I love it so much. Like I would spend hours on it just to get it right and perfect, you know? So that passion has to be there. You know, what do you like doing? You know, is it um, you know, doing hair? Is it cooking? You want to have your own restaurant? Is it building? Is it, you know, selling houses? You know, there's so much passion that someone can have, you know, that the next person don't have. That's your niche, you know. So it's absolutely um, important. You know, it's so important on that. You know, so it's you just it just you just have to have that passion. You know. And also, we're gonna have Miss Edgar, um, CEO of Terra Oils, coming in. Hey, girl.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. My name is Agar Exantis, and I am the founder and CEO of Terra Oils. If you want to look it up online, it is TERRA_oils. That's at Instagram, and then our website is myterraoils.com. And I just want to take a second to let you know how important it is if you want to be an entrepreneur, just to go out and do it. My mindset is that, it's try again. So if you fail, you're going to be sad about it, but get back up and do it again. I started Terra Oils because I wanted everybody to love their hair and their selves for what it is, because you're born with your hair, and it's great that we empower you for what you already have and for what God has given you. And God has also been a big part of my company, in that I trust him in anything and everything that I do. And I just want to thank you guys for having me once again. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at info@myterraoils.com. And yeah, thank you so much. And I guess what a good tip or advice that I would have for those who are trying to be entrepreneurs is that, just stick to resources and connections. Make sure you're not afraid to reach out to somebody to ask a question, or ask how to do something, or ask where they got their products or their labeling or anything, because you'll be surprised about how many people are so open to let you know how they do something, or how they get their like I said, products, or how they got their mentor and things like that. And there are just so many resources out there, so it's good to look for them. There are so many grants, so many fundraisers that you can do. There is money out there for you. I know it's hard starting a business, especially when you don't have the finances. But yes, I am also doing a fundraiser for Terra Oils, so please go on myterraoils.com/donate to check that out. And you are going to see just a brief explanation of what I do and how I got into it again. And this fundraiser is going to get us into GQ, so I'd really love it if you would support. Any donation helps. And yeah, thank you so much for having me again.
And also, uh, the best thing that the best advice I could give somebody is to just fight for whatever that you want to do that makes you happy, that brings fire out of you, that makes you don't stop, so even if it's people who are discouraging you, don't do it, but that passion will still fight to do it, and you're going to do it great because that's your passion, that's the thing that you love doing, and you work so hard on it that is flawless, is with grace. All right, so definitely you got this. Who told you you can't do it? They lied. You got this. All right. And you have anything that you want to say before we go?
Um, I think you kind of summed it up.
Yeah.
Definitely. You got this. Don't worry about anything. Go for what you love doing.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
And
Yes.
just put God first in everything
Put
that
God
you
first. Absolutely. You said it. Absolutely. And it's crazy because at one point somebody told me to, like, a few people, what are you doing? Don't what you gonna do a show? What you mean you're gonna do a show? Huh? And it was when everything happened in my life, the way that it happened, that I realized I want to help the next person that is going through hardship, not to go through what I went through, So, like, just close the noise that's telling you no. Don't listen to the naysayers, So you got this. And also, thank you again to Miss Agar, my good friend,
do.
for taking your time out to come for the show. And I appreciate you, Black woman, because you helped me when I wasn't sure about certain things with the show. You helped me out to figure it out, and I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for taking your time out to do the show. And we had the amazing word of the day, week, and month. Live, breathe. Y'all didn't hear me. Live and breathe. Okay? And you have scripture of the week?
Yes. So scripture of the week is in 1 Peter 4, verse 10. And it says, we're called to use our gifts to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace.
All right. And I have movie of the week, Wishman, with Andrew Steele, Katie Bliss, Blayton, Jason, Garrett. And this was an amazing true story that showed true purpose, and it is a teardropper. I love me a teardropper.
Very good. Those are the best movies.
I love this. You have to see this movie. It's an awesome movie. It had me crying. It made me realize things happen in life that was meant to be. And sometimes we can't change it. It has to be the way it is in order to become a bigger picture. So this is an amazing movie. It's called Wishman with Andrew Steele, Katie Bliss, Blayton, and Jason Gerhardt. Okay? So go check it out. And I also have Song of the Week. It KB Hip Hop, Crowns and Thorns. Hey.
Okay.
Subscribe to our channel. We love you guys. Mwah. Love you. And my faith will be made strong in the presence of my Savior. I'm yours and yours.
idols are mimicking Jesus. I buried my sin in 3 days, it's back up again. In the beginning we would give anything, value for ministry, missions and bigger things. You can take everything, you just give me the key.
I want to help you. And it's okay for you to accept my help. Because when people need help, you give it to them.
But how? I'm just a kid.
You're not just anything. You're Frank Shankwitz. You can help people. Remember, if someone needs help, you give it to them.